This is Mags on Media, and in an impressive feat for marketing innovation and content creation, the apparel brand Adidas creating 30,000, I'll say that again, 30,000 personalized videos for runners participating in the recent Boston Marathon just in 24 hours. The brand, with the help of the digital agency Grow, creating a customized video for each and every runner using data that was generated by their bibs. A crew consisting of about 18 camera operators, editors and ground support personnel capturing footage which was then translated into a video which includes the runner's name, their times at different checkpoints during the race, as well as video content of the runner taken at some point along the course. It's obviously a great keepsake for those who brave the elements, and also a great example these days of how technology and content is becoming an integral part of sports events. All right, let's stay with innovation, and digital radio station Massiv Metro is flipping the script, I'm told, on the traditional radio model, streaming live in 800 taxis and 8 taxi ranks through an innovative device installed in taxis at no cost to the commuter. The station is also offering advertisers that says a unique and very direct line to a specific demographic. We love a new media platform on this programme. Station manager and a familiar face on ETV is Faith Mangopi, and she's here to explain how all of it works. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel like sitting on the other side being interviewed? That's horrible, isn't it?
Absolutely disempowering. I've got no control over it, and you get to ask the questions, and I have to pretend like I'm liking it. But it's fantastic because it's you. I'll take it because it's
Faith,
you.
I will take that, and you're not even looking at the questions.
I'm not even looking at the notes.
We're just going to have a conversation. Explain the platform. How would this differ from a traditional radio station?
So what we call ourselves is that we're a hybrid radio station, and what that means that we literally are a digital radio station operating in a terrestrial medium. And that is beautiful because for any advertiser, it gives us a captive audience. So let me explain. We're in 800 taxis, giving us a listenership of about 672,000. But now we're talking about 672,000 people that are sitting within a taxi listening to Massiv Metro at any given time. That's a captive audience. That sets us apart from any digital platform, but that sets us apart as well from any terrestrial platform, so to say.
Depending, of course, on whether you are giving those commuters the kind of content that they want.
I love the fact that you said that because content is king. Where content is king, we have to take into account who our partners are. We say that we've partnered with our taxi drivers, who basically are the ones that ultimately must like our device, right? They must like listening to our content. And on the other side of things, we have the commuter who must love the content that we offer. And therefore, we've given ourselves really a wonderful platform that allows for an array of talent to be part of our medium. So, for example, we've got DJ Spoo on Breakfast. We've got the likes of Zola 7, who is on our drive show. We've got the likes of innovative individuals such as Mgedeza, Silo, Tembisiet. All these talented individuals are there for the purpose of enhancing the radio experience for the listener, but are also there for the purpose of enhancing the radio experience for the taxi driver.
Are they playing the role of just a traditional disc jockey? In other words, playing music, back announcing songs and a few commercial messages in between? Or is there something more to it than that?
We have to take into account of the fact that we've got the taxi driver that is listening. So when it comes to even our music offering, it's not just ordinary because we've got the traditional medium. So we make sure that we've got a Maskandi mix. And yes, we do give you a breakdown of news, sports, updates, all the things that you need to basically make sure that you're ready and ahead of the day. We give you that offering. But then we take it a step further because we speak South African. The way in which we address our commuters is we speak to our people. We address them in a manner that they'll understand. We don't try to be too much. We don't try to be too little. We're rocking, we're real, we're relevant. We give them relevant content.
I'm trying to find the flaw in the model, OK?
You won't be able to find the flaw in the model.
How do you know that the taxi driver is actually playing the device?
OK, well, that's great because we actually have a desktop that allows us to monitor whether or not that device is on. So that makes sure that, you know, when it's off, we're able to contact the taxi driver because, as I said, right now, we're in 800 taxis. We've got the ambition of being in 3,000 taxis before the end of the year, which takes us to a listenership of millions, really. So when we're looking at that, and given the fact that we can monitor it on our desktop, we know that the taxi driver is listening to this music. And if that device is off for a period of time, we're able to check out, hey, why is our device off? Are you not liking the music? Are you not liking the content? And basically try to have that relationship. It's a relationship.
Faith, is there a contractual obligation then between the taxi driver and
Absolutely not. And you know what? And that makes us even better in the sense that now taxis, I'm not even joking, taxi drivers are lining up outside of our station wanting the device placed inside. Because what we're saying is that we're empowering you with the decision of choosing what kind of content to listen to. We want you to come to us. We're not forcing you to come to us. But the beauty about empowering an individual is that they end up knocking on your doorstep, wanting to be part of the change, wanting to be part of rocking and real content.
800 taxis. Is this nationwide?
800 taxis, Gauteng for now.
Okay.
We're looking at going nationwide as
that's
time
a drop
progresses.
in the ocean, really, 800 vehicles.
That is a drop in the ocean. But you must remember how many, if we have to look at the calculation in terms of a 6-day calculation, that gives us, thousands. Right now, we're bigger than some of the terrestrial ordinary radio stations or the traditional radio medium. By simply being digital and by giving people this device, we're allowing ourselves to expand our reach, but we're also allowing ourselves to expand when it comes to our commuter offerings.
Am I correct in saying it's pre-recorded material?
No, live.
It's live.
Absolutely live streamed. What you hear on the radio is what is happening. We've got obviously the option of having podcasts if you want to download some of our content, for example, inspirational content that happens after 8 p.m. If you'd like that, even our music offering, you're able to download it by simply going onto our website, massivmetro.com. However, we are live, so what you listen to the radio is what you've got.
How do you sell this concept to advertisers, given that traditionally they are always nervous of
innovation
and innovation? Right.
And it's so beautiful because as a station manager, I've had to sit down and sit in with some of those advertisers, and it asks us the same ordinary question: what sets you apart? What makes you unique? How do I know that I'm getting value for your money? And the fact is, Massiv Metro offers you a 360 campaign, an approach to any form of campaign, with the fact that we are in 8 taxi ranks. We've got Wi-Fi in our taxi ranks. More importantly, we've got 16 screens. We have got screens in 800 or 793 taxis in itself. So if you come on board as an advertiser, we say to you, not only do you get advertising from a radio perspective, with a captive audience. I don't know which traditional medium is able to give you a captive audience at that given time because they're inside of a taxi. Then we say to you, that's fine, that's just the radio side of things. But let's say hypothetically we're doing a Mags on Media campaign. Mags on Media will appear in our Wi-Fi taxi ranks. Mags on Media will appear on our 16 screens. Mags on Media will appear even inside of our taxis, 793 of them, which means that you are ultimately broadcasting to whichever number of people at that given time. So you're not just on radio, Jeremy, you are on TV, you are on in the Wi-Fi space, you are on in the taxi rank space. How can any normal advertiser not want to partner with us?
Faith, you're so good at the sales pitch. I believe that Mags on Media immediately should be taking a campaign.
You should be signing up with us.
I'm looking for a wallet to pay you money. Just one quick one before we finish. Have you calculated what the average duration of a taxi trip is? And I ask that question because are you sure that you're gaining enough audience traction within a specific amount of time in order to guarantee value to the advertiser?
Absolutely. I'll even tell you how much time that a commuter spends in a taxi rank waiting to get onto the taxi, and that's between 20 to 30 minutes. Between 20 to 30 minutes, commuters are standing waiting for a taxi. They want to be listening to relevant content, which is why it's important for us to be able to allow them to download our application by simply accessing our free Wi-Fi. Next, when they're inside of a taxi, they're listening to a taxi and their trips take about 20 to 30 minutes, about 22 minutes or so, which means that our content is divided into 30-minute segments. So in other words, you don't miss an opportunity to actually catch relevant content. If there's an interview that's happening, we make sure that the interview is concluded within the 30 minutes because we want to make sure that you get the value of the listening experience by the time you leave the taxi. Because from leaving the taxi, I want you to be able to download the application and listen to it on your desktop at work. So we're literally creating a listening experience for you by dividing our content, number one, but also understanding how much time the commuter spends traveling.
Faith, you're a TV presenter. You know what they're saying in my ear now? Guess
Rap?
what they're saying? Rap. Okay. Faith Mangopi, thank you very much indeed. Station manager at Massiv Metro. It's a fascinating platform, and I wish you all success. Thanks for popping in today.
Thank you.
That's also our story for this week. You can find more content on our social media pages. Until next time, goodbye to you, and thank you for watching.